Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk about horsebread. And I'm not just going to talk about horsebread, I'm going to actually dig my spleen into the topic of horsebread. What is horsebread, you ask? Well, it's when horses breed. It's a high quality, affordable bread that tastes fucking delicious, so you better throw some ice on that shit. While it should be purchasable from the nearest motel or something for a reasonable price, it's actually not, for reasons we'll get into in a second. Horsebread tastes like if you put heritage wheat, legumes, dried split peas, and seaweed into a bread, but it actually contains none of those things. It can be fed to horse, but it's primarily meant for humans, as the bread contains horse. Horsebread has also been really popular in places ran by horse. In 1540, the Horsebread Act was passed by King Henry VIII, allowing inns to sell horsebread at a reasonable price. The average person could actually access and enjoy the delicacy of horsebread. The act also let horses eat the horsebread, which they couldn't actually do before because they couldn't. It was also just a really fucking sick piece of legislation, bro. In 1623, the Horsebread Act of 1540 was repealed by that fucking bastard, King James I. He did this in the middle of a literal famine, which was extremely fucking stupid, as it restricted access to horsebread for a reasonable price, resulting in price gouging by big innkeeping. Multiple people literally died from this, and evidently the horses weren't happy. It would also be condemned 402 years later. The repealing of the Horsebread Act of 1540 has had devastating lasting effects as well. Little known fact is that you can't actually purchase horsebread at a reasonable price from the Holiday Inn. There's also intense price gouging from local inns. Expect to pay a couple $100,000 up front to receive the horsebread, and then you'll be literally fucked paying off loans for the next 15 years. Because the Horsebread Act was repealed, it's allowed shitty breads like Wonder Bread to dominate the market and rooted out high-quality refined breads like horsebread. Horses have also been consistently starving en masse since 1623. It doesn't help that post-Horsebread Act of 1540ism is widespread, with advocates to keep inns from selling horsebread at a reasonable price. It is a well-known fact that 100% of people without horsebread will likely fucking die at some point. King James I himself literally said, and I quote, "Man, let me get some of that good crack instead of this horsebread shit." He clearly had no regard for the consequences of his actions at this time. For example, here's a video of literal fucking horses breeding. See the problem here? They're breeding, not bred. And that's why these cultural realities about horsebread are important to so many people. Please participate in our cubic funding round pulled from the life savings of the literal corpse of a dead